Hokey cokey. So it is Wednesday, the 20th of June. So 2 days later than the normal Monday call, due to very important circumstances, England playing in the World Cup. But we're here, and the five of us that are here will get through it, which also means that this call could be over in about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll start basically because I've had a hell of a lot going on, like personally and at home, and just all sorts. My head's just like felt like exploding over the last like 10 days or so. So I know I haven't been that like active in the group, and to be honest, I haven't done a massive amount. You know, I'll always be honest with everyone about this. You know, I have not done a massive amount of work just because my head's not been in the right place, and like things are going to get tougher moving forward for a while. But one thing I'll never ever do is give up. I'll never quit. I'll never stop. I'll never slow down. You know, I'm still working. I'm just finding pockets that suit me. Like I've said to you guys, you know, find pockets that suit you and get as much done in those small pockets that you can. So this week, it's just been a really like weird, strange week. We had some friends down yesterday. They went this afternoon. We are on Friday. I'm out most of the afternoon. I've got a wine social with Helen in the evening, and then Saturday and Sunday like out again, just doing stuff. So it's really tough at the moment, but as I said, like I'm not one to quit on myself, and I'm certainly not one to give this up, because I believe in it wholeheartedly. And like speaking to Kevin last week, I'm looking forward to when we do actually go exclusive, when we go, you know, DC own, which is 5 or 6 weeks away, I think it is max. And I say that max because like Kevin's trying to push it forward. I believe that the July wines are going to be delivered to me fairly soon, so I'll be able to have a look at them and see what they're like. Helen's been asked to do the wine tasting at Denby's, so for those that are going to Denby's or those that are still pushing forward to go to Denby's, Helen's going to be doing the wine social. As I mentioned on the opportunity call earlier, Trillock's actually speaking this Thursday. And then James Yates from Australia is going to be next Thursday. So I'm working hard to get July up and running. So far, I've got 3 out of 4 speakers confirmed. We've got Ross George, we've got Andrew and Shirley, and we've got Stoya from Australia. Just waiting for David Di Stefano to come back to me, because I haven't spoken to David for a while, and I'm actually having a catch up with him tomorrow. And I just want him to not really talk about like the future of the business, but more about like where he's come from and how Direct Sellers like was formed, because I think that's the most important bit really, is that how this came about and the work that he's done behind the scenes to actually get it to where it is. So, you know, I'm still doing all that stuff. I'm still doing all my like shaper bits and pieces, and a hell of a lot of conversations going on. Like one of them tonight, it really, really frustrated me. She's kind of come in with the kill straight away, and I'll read it to you because I don't like trying to remember messages. But she's come straight in, and she has gone like the first bit. Hi Paul, had a great start. First of all, thank you for swiping right at me. It's great to meet you. I hope you're well. Then she's gone, so many people connect online. On social media platforms, but they never introduce themselves, which is in my eyes totally pointless. So we're all connecting for a reason. So I thought I'd send you a quick message. And she basically went on to try and sell me the dream. You can earn this between this and in this short amount of time, working this per hours. So I basically went back to her and said, well, you know, in a nutshell, that is exactly what I'm doing at the moment. Her next message was, jump on the call, it's just started, right, with a Zoom link. So I said to her, what Zoom link? What are you talking about? She's put the business overview I mentioned. And I said, of which company? I said, you can't expect me to just jump on a call. I know absolutely nothing about you, nothing about the company. And it's even more bizarre after me telling you that I'm already involved in a home-based business opportunity. And surprise, surprise, I've not heard anything back from her yet. So posture is a big thing. So be careful who, you know, you get sucked into, because there's always going to be someone out there trying to sell you a dream and trying to sell you a product, or trying to tell you that you can go and make more money elsewhere. And sometimes you probably can. Sometimes you probably can make more money quicker, and sometimes you can make more money easier doing other things than what you're currently doing. But this is where I think a lot of people, and I guess myself included to a degree, like with what's been going on, they get disconnected from their why. And if we go right back to the beginning, and we go right back to, you know, like the dream board scenarios, and writing down like your short-term goals and your medium-term goals and your long-term goals, and the actual real reason, like why you got involved with direct sellers, it's completely different to probably where a lot of us are now with regards to Headspace. And I can't remember what call it was on. I don't know. I think it might have been the team training call last week, where I kind of went on a bit of a rant, in a positive way, but talking about how sometimes like the product of any company like is irrelevant. You know, the protein powder is irrelevant. The skincare is irrelevant. The wine is irrelevant. It's the relationships you're making with yourselves and each other, but more so the reason why you're doing it. You know, take the wine away. You connect with people, and you get emotionally attached to their why and how they need to make a change. At the end of the day, it all boils down to money. You know, and I know people say money's not everything, and I do agree with that. But like I've said before, if you've not got money, you can't survive. Like, money's up there with oxygen in the fact that we need it so much to survive every single day. And, you know, I hear people say to me, yeah, but, you know, I could go and live on a desert island. Well, how are you going to get there? You know, you're not going to walk to a desert island. You're still going to need to get there. So you're still going to need money. So whether or not you need to lose weight, and you're thinking about going on a health kick, and this is coming from like me being in the fitness industry, like you do not need supplements to get in shape. Like, I've not taken a supplement in a long, long time. Yeah, fair enough. Like, I'm not in the shape that I want to be in, but when I was my leanest, I didn't, the only thing that I took was fish oil tablets. That was it. You know, everything else I took was food. So that kind of like squashes the whole, you know, you need to buy this, you need to buy into my health and wellness company, and you can get paid this amount if you palm this off to someone else. Because at the end of the day, it's all diets, it's all short-term effects. And when I was doing my like health and wellness company, I think I had about 67 customers that came on board, and that they wanted to lose weight, or they wanted to feel better in themselves. But when they got there, they stopped, and their auto ship stopped. Can I put it on hold? Can I freeze it? Can I cancel it? You know, and you can't turn around to someone and say no. Whereas you can't stop eating food. If you stop eating food, you're not going to survive for long. So the product there becomes irrelevant. And you look at like the fitness models out there, and the physique models, and the bodybuilders, and they've got their own ranges, but, you know, they'll always tell you that food is better. You know, that your meats and your fish and your fruits and your vegetables and your nuts and your water and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So what I'm trying to say is that the product sometimes is irrelevant. So if you get people say to you, you know, well, you've come from this industry and now you're in the wine industry, you're promoting alcohol. How's that good? It's not like that at all. Like, that's where you need to break it right back and find out what they want in life. Like, find out where they are and where they want to go. Find out what they're doing now and where they need to be. And if they're in a position where they need to find X amount of money per month to be able to do X, then dig into it. You know, go sit down, go through the plan. This is what you need to do. Forget about the wine. And that's where now I'm starting to kind of realise that, you know, this is why you really don't need to drink to be successful with this. You know, we always go on about the wine socials and getting out there and trying it and tasting it. And for customers, that's great, because it's a very fun social business. But when it comes to like the money side of things. And when it comes to us getting involved as brand partners and us having that goal and that dream and those ambitions and the targets and our whys, the product does become like irrelevant. We're looking for people that need help, basically. And when I spoke to Anne last week, Anne Ralston, about it, she was asking me like, who do you want? Like, what's the kind of people that you want to work with? And I said to her, I want to work with people that need my help. And by that, like, I want to work with people that are suffering from depression, people that are suffering from anxiety, some people that have, suffering from a kind of mental illness that unless something changes in their life, they're not going to be any better. Their job's not going to help them. They're whether they go out exercising or whatever, they need a massive change. I don't care about the 6-figure income earners or the 7-figure income earners that are going to come over and bring their network over. Great, brilliant. You get on and do what you want to do. But for me, and I can't. This is where I've kind of become disattached or unattached, should I say. The fitness industry and what I've done in the fitness industry is so similar to network marketing. And I've always said this, but I've kind of lost track with it. And it's me being able to help someone, like me being able to get someone from A to B, me being able to help someone improve their confidence and improve their own health and make them feel better about themselves. And that doesn't matter if it's in the gym or if it's in network marketing, because if they look better, yes, their confidence is going to grow up. But if they've got a successful business, they're going to feel better about themselves. And if they're losing weight, then their health's going to improve. But then if they create time freedom by having this online business, their health's also going to improve. So I'm working hard to kind of really bring the two together now. And that's what I want to do moving forward. So as I said, I haven't been as active as I normally am in the groups, but my head's just been all over the place. And another thing that I was speaking to Anne about is that it's very easy to kind of be someone different on social media to please everyone else. And I never come across negative on social media, like even if I am having the worst day, because people love that. But one other thing that I'm going to start doing, and I don't know when I'm going to do it yet, is talk to people, like do lives and message people and talk to people how social media can actually damage people. Because if you've got someone that wants to be where you are, or if you've got someone that looks and looks at someone and think, I really want that, but I'm never going to happen. It's never going to happen to me. It's going to make them feel worse. So these are the kind of people that we need to have these conversations with. And well, you can have that. Give me 10 minutes, give me 15 minutes, give me 20 minutes. Sit down and go through the process with them. And the way that I like doing it is I like either sitting down with someone in person and running through it, or I like getting them on the phone first and then sending them to the website and letting them have a look at it. So that was my kind of bit. I know I've rabbited on. I've just had a response from that lady, so I'm just going to read it out. So this is a live response. Haven't even read it yet.
Do you want me to tell you what she says?
She's put, the call purpose was informative only, no string attached. I'm working with ACN, which was named the largest overall direct sales of blah, 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 in an interview with blah, 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 blah. Paul, the question is, do you love what you do? Either ways, we may be able to help each other. What's a load of rubbish. Right, on that note, Anthony, hit me up. Go for it. Talk to your fans.
Zoe's just said she's had the same person. I don't suppose it was called Crystal Discount, was it?
Yep.
I got the same message of you. It was like laughable. She just sent me one back saying momentum with 4 fire flames.
Who, the same woman?
Yeah. Crystal Discount. And Zoe's had the same.
I look forward to sending her a message back.
I won't waste your energy, mate. No, quite a good week, really. Got my head back in the game of using my diary every day. Connected to a minimum of 5 people on Facebook every single day. Got 7 day before yesterday. So far, since we started this call last week, I've got 29 new Facebook connections now, which you see in my post daily, which is great. And I'm in conversations with about 4 of them. Again, just building relationships and things like that. Shape has been pretty good. Been having a little bit of success on that as well, and got about 6 conversations going on there. Prospecting videos have been going out. I feel as though things are starting to sort of slowly happen again. Getting on the wagon of it on a day-to-day basis, and it is down to consistency. It really is. If you miss it for a day, then it puts you a week behind, as you guys know. I had a customer what upgraded yesterday to a VIP, so that was a bit of a good result yesterday. We've got a wine tasting booked in at his house to try and get his wine for free for hopefully the quarter-final match, because he's got like a nice venue. Yeah, and just basically writing everything down, getting back to the day-to-day stuff, what should be done, because obviously we need to be taking action on a day-to-day basis. I've stopped inviting people to the opportunity calls. I've got that back going again, and I'm starting to get responses again. So I suppose my tip is to just keep on putting the action in, because if you don't, you tend to sort of lose it. And I think since I did that big charity bike ride, I haven't really picked it up since then, because I lost a week there and I didn't do anything. And that week has cost me a month, and it's so true. So again, bit of a built up the arse, and it'll be good when we do get these wines, which will be we'll just be able to get out there then and just go for it. There'll be no excuses whatsoever. So yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell this week, mate. As I say, so far it's been a good week. I've got tomorrow's actions already down, what I'm going to do, and I think writing it down the day before makes a big difference what you need to do the next day, and making sure that you do your follow-ups as well. So all in all, I feel things are brewing, mate. So I feel as though I'm going to get a bit of success coming again at any time shortly, because I'm doing the action, just going through the numbers. So,
beautiful.
okay.
Mr. Brady.
I'll mute yourself. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not bad. Bit of a difficult week, but all not bad. So a bit of a slow start. I've had a few health things I've had to tackle, unfortunately. So I've got to wait to hear back from those at the moment. So that set me off a bit, but quite a few follow-ups. Some meetings I've got to go through. A couple of potential customers I've got to go through as well. So I'm hoping to, fingers crossed, have my free for free by Sunday. Again. So it's just been a bit frustrating there, trying to follow up. And I think that's where I'm kind of making a mistake, where I've had so much else going on. I'm not blocking time to follow up. And that's where it's costing me. And so I have a couple of bad days. It's like Raz says, completely throws you. And so it's just kind of getting myself back into the swing of things yet again, which is frustrating more than anything else. But I'm glad it's kind of coming together a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll summarise everything at the end, but already there seems to be kind of like a trend with what we're all saying. But as I said, I'll summarise it all at the end. Zoe?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Well, you know that I've been going through shit the last few weeks. It's not been easy. I know some of you have already reached out to me and said, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm fine. I've just not been able to speak to anybody. So I've sort of been a bit of a hermit, unless I'm teaching a class of 20 when I can pretend I'm somebody else. That's the only thing I've been able to do recently. I have got somebody that is really interested. She's just got a few questions that need answers. But yeah, Paul, you know that there's something that's a bit weird with that we just need to sort out before I do anything with that one. Yeah, I mean, the pub are really good. What they want to try and do, or what they've suggested, is rather than do just like a wine evening or like a wine social, perhaps I don't think there's much point until it's all like branded wine, is to do like a wine festival. So open it up for like a whole afternoon of a Saturday afternoon, and just get like people coming in and out and in and out. So because they can get up to 200 people through a door, is sort of the weekend. So, but again, I don't think there's much until the one, the football's out the way, and two, until it's all branded, because otherwise we're trying to, you see where I'm coming from.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I do struggle massively with social media. You know, I do. I hate it. So that's not. I don't know. I just need to think of sort of doing something else with it, really. Shaper, I don't know, it is hit and miss, and like I say, you get the same people doing the same thing. But for me, I don't, because I'm not enjoying Shaper, I don't really want to pay for the upgrade to get a load more hassle from people that aren't really getting anywhere. So I'm probably shooting myself in the foot a little bit. But until my head's in a better place, then I'm going to be a bit stuck with knowing where to go with anything really.
Hokey cokey. Helen?
It's not all negative.
Sorry.
I don't want to be the negative. It's not all negative, but
Oh, sorry.
But yeah. So I mean, I am active. I am doing stuff. So it's just prioritising everything really.
Sorry. Helen?
Sorry, can you hear me? You've gone off.
Oh, nice! You're muted.
Right. So
We saw your shower cap. There's no hiding now.
I'm going to bed in a minute because I've obviously got to get up for the 2 a.m. call. So I've had a hit and miss week. I think I was over enthusiastic when I said I would prospect 10 and follow up with 10 people every day. So I haven't actually done that many, but I have now got, I'm back on doing social media, whereas I had stopped it for about 6 weeks. I'm back on social media and just getting myself doing that on a regular basis. And I have been doing Shaper. I think the thing with Shaper, and like, first of all, I was like, not sure what I make of this. I think you have to treat them as much as equally as you want them to treat you, which means that you do have to listen to their opportunity. So I've actually got 3 calls lined up, Zoom calls before the end of the week with people who I've connected with, and I've said, look, I don't think what you've got to offer is for me, but if you're open to listening to what I've got to say, I'm open to listening to what you've got to say, not necessarily because we're pitching to each other, but because we might know people who could be interested in what you've got or what I've got, and they've been like, yeah, that absolutely, let's do that, because you never know what might be around the corner. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, if I can help other people, I always think that will eventually come around to you. So, and I have been a bit better at trying to connect with different people, both on LinkedIn and on Facebook. So we'll see. I feel like the activities are going in the right direction anyway.
Cool. Perfect.
Hello. Hi guys. Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week, and I think sort of having this accountability group is really helping me actually be accountable and do some work. So I'm really keeping a track of what I'm doing, trying to make a plan of what I want to do every day and where I want to get to, and the potential steps that I guess I need to take to get there. I hate my job at the moment, so I want to go part-time, so I'm ramping up. That's my why, is getting stronger. So I've done quite a bit on Instagram. I've got some more wine tasting events, local ones booked in. I found a local newspaper that was doing a special offer where you could put an advert in, or you can put adverts in with them for £40 for the whole year. So I thought, fair enough, that's worth investing in. And I can advertise my wine tasting events in there for free. That's included. So it's just a little extra platform, I guess. And I think I put in the group the other day, I had a conversation with someone from Shaper that I've been speaking to for the last 2 or 3 months. And she says she's going to sign up as a customer. I haven't seen anything yet, but I live in hope. I shall follow her up again towards the end of the week. But she sounded all keen about it. And I'm trying to get my 3 in before the end of the month. So next month's wine is free. That's what I'm going for. So, and I think I'm looking also to starting to think about doing more marketing, targeting, getting a brand partner. I'm getting more confident getting customers and doing wine tastings and things, but I think the next level for me is really pitching to brand partners and getting that side of the business going.
Cool. Right, last but no means least, Howie.
Am I on?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I've been doing my usual shapering every morning and most evenings. I've got one contact on Shaper who was very interested in the charitable side, where we're raising money for charities at wine tastings. And she actually wants to do some, she does blogging and all sorts of things about people who are putting work into their communities. And so she wants to do a report on the next wine tasting we do and the money we raise and how we do it. So that could be interesting. I've got 3 or 4 who I'm having good conversations with at the moment on Shaper. And Shirley's really plugging away at Facebook. She's got into about 4 new groups on Facebook and developing things there. I've got hopes of signing 2 people up as customers, but they're not definite yet. So yeah, I'm plugging away at it, not losing any confidence. I'm developing my stance and attitude when I'm talking to people out there, and yeah, I feel confident it's going in the right direction.
Perfect. Cool. Okay, so to summarise then, Helen, any time that you want to jump off, because I know you're up early, just go for it, by the way. But one thing that I need to say first is that we all know that this is not a quick fix, a get-rich-quick scheme to overnight success. Like, we all know that. We all know that it's a 3 to 5 year plan that we need to put in a little bit of work every day for 3 to 5 years. And it frustrates me when people kind of say it's not working. Oh, this is not for me. Oh, I can't do it. Everyone says no. I haven't made the money that I've earned. I'm going to go and do something else. I'm going to come out of the industry. I got told it was something, and all the excuses, like literally all the excuses. I could literally go along with all of those. Have I made the money that I thought I would make like 18 months after I joined? No. Have I got a business centre that is as successful as I thought it would be at the moment? No. Is the UK working as well as I thought it would do after the growth that we had at the beginning? No. Literally all those questions, I could look at it and be like, it's not going the way that I wanted it to. It's not, and literally all the excuses under the sun. And I could turn around and be like, I'm going back to work, full time. I'm going to give this up and I'm going to go and work 40, 50 hours for somebody else who gets to choose my hours, gets to choose when I break, gets to choose when I lunch. If I go back into the fitness industry, it's shift work. So that could mean 6 o'clock starts. It could mean 10 o'clock finishes. It could mean Saturdays and Sundays. My time freedom could literally completely go. Now, one thing that I am contemplating, and again, this is me being upfront and honest to you guys, one thing that I am contemplating is going back labouring 3 days a week just to give my brain something to do during the day, physically. Because one thing that I guess I have felt recently is I'm not doing enough physically. I'm going to the gym at 6 o'clock every morning. And then I'm back and I'm, on my phone or I'm on my laptop and I'm on calls and I'm on Zoom, and I'm here in the house unless I go out for a walk for an hour or whatever else. But I know that I can build this business to a place that I've built it now and beyond in 3 hours a day. 4 hours a day, and I can still do that. Even if I went back working labouring 5 days a week, I know that I'd still be able to do what I needed to do. So, I've been asking myself all these questions over the last week or two. Do I need this? Do I want this? How bad do I want it? What do I need to get to where I need to be? And nothing is going to stop me from doing what I need to do. Like, if anything, like my determination and my motivation goes up like every single day, because I see so many people that are, I'm just going to open the window, I'm burning up. I see so many people that are battling with their own like health problems because they're so stressed at work. And another thing that I said to Anne last week is that my understanding, when I got involved in network marketing, my understanding was that people get involved with a network marketing company to de-stress, like to literally reduce the amount of stress that is currently in their lives. And what so many people do, and this is why I love what we're doing, because we try and keep it compact, but so many people, have you read this? You need to watch that. You need to do this. You need to be here. You need to do that. And it blows your mind. So the fact that we've got a product that doesn't need any education at all, which means that we don't have to sit on YouTube for 2 hours every night learning about like atoms and molecules and protein and, you know, all the other stuff, is easy. You know, it's an easy business that we've got. It's a simple business. But one of the other things that I think that we all tend to do is we get so, again, coming back to social media, we get so caught up in social media, and we see someone that's gone somewhere else, and on social media it looks like they're doing amazing. You know, they're here, they're there, they're living the dream. Or there's someone that you know, whether it's from a previous company or it's someone that you know through social media that's doing something, and they're somewhere in the world, or they're doing something, or, you know, whatever. They're at a concert where you want to be, they're at a hotel destination where you want to be. But that's social media. Like, we don't know what goes on in other people's lives outside of what we do. Like, for all we know, they could have like sold their car to get to that concert, or sold their car to go on holiday. And, you know, I know people that put everything on finance, like drive around in the nicest cars, live in the nicest houses, got all the nice stuff in the house, but everything's on finance. And that's not a way to live. Like, it's just not. So social media can be very scary. Social media can be very like false, but this is where we need to be true to ourselves and kind of commit to what we're doing and the path that we're currently on. Like, where do we want to go? Like, where do we need to be, and what time frame? And it's all coming back to that kind of that whole tunnel vision. Like, I look at people that are on social media that I'm connected to, and I see they're doing great, and, you know, I like their posts and I love their posts, and good on them. But it's never going to tear me away from what I'm currently doing, because I know eventually that we'll be able to have that life, and you guys will be able to live the lives that you want to lead, because this is still less than a year old. But it's so easy for people to have a bad few days or a bad week, or someone that says to them, I've only been doing it 2 weeks and I've paid this amount. Oh, you should come over. It's so easy. But then what you do, you take yourself away from a connection that you've got. You know, you've got some great friends in this business. You've got a connection with the corporate team. You're part of the UK leadership team. And all of a sudden you've gone to this new company that requires you to educate yourself on the products, to learn a compensation plan again, to put in even more time to know the basis of what you need to tell other people, for then to your friends to come back to you and say, well, hold on a minute, weren't you doing wine yesterday? And it just literally, it can crush your confidence. So we just need to keep going with what we're doing. And as I said, like from hearing most people tonight talking about it, you know, we've got life challenges. That is what life is all about. Like, people say to me, well, how come you're always so happy? Like, I am not always happy. And I do get stressed and I do feel down. And, you know, I do have bad days and I do have bad weeks, but I keep going. You know, I keep going. I've had like all sorts of like crap happen to me in my life previously, like before I met Tara, but I kept going. You know, one thing I'll never do is quit on myself, because I've got goals and I've got dreams, and, you know, I want to go places and I want to do things and I want to look after my family. And I know that I need this to work. And it's, you know, it's not 15, 16 hours a day of sitting in front of a computer on a phone. It's getting out there and having conversations with people. And so what you want to try and do is find something within this business that you're passionate about. For some of you, it may be the charity side of things, you know, that resonates with you. You know, people that have, unfortunately passed away from a certain disease or from a certain illness, and you want to partner up with that particular charity, and you want to tell them everything that we do at Direct Sellers, and you want to set up mini socials, and you want to set up local socials, and you come together. Let's see how much money we can raise for that particular social. For some of you, it may be the product. Go and talk to everyone about the product. Our wine is the best wine that's out there. Let me help you get our wine for free. Come over, try the wine. Use the product. Talk about the product. If it's the VIP program, talk about it. If it's the actual brand partnership and being involved in a business, talk about it. You don't see, Helen, you don't have to just overkill and overspill everything about it. So find something that you're passionate about and talk to every single person that you know about that. And don't let anyone squash what you're currently doing. My mates do it all the time to me, and I could not give two shits. Literally couldn't give a crap what they think, what they do, because at the end of the day, they're not going to pay my bills. They're not going to bail me out. Yeah, they'll be there for me if I was ever in trouble, but they'll never bail me out. They'll never offer me a job because I wouldn't want to work with any of them anyway. So it's just a case of, as I said, if you need to revisit your why, go back to what you need out of this business and when, what you want out of this business and by when, and then fill in the blanks. So if you want to be, I don't know, in another country, for example, in 5 years, put it. If you want to quit your job in 3 years, then write it down. If you want to be able to travel the world in 10 years, or if you want to be able to buy a car, if you want to be able to support your kids in any which way you can by a certain date, put it down and then fill in the gaps. Literally, what are you going to do on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis? You're not going to get victories every single day. You're not going to get victories every single week, and you're not going to get victories every single month. I had 2 nailed on customers this week, both got into witness protection. But I've messaged them and I've phoned them, but that's it. If they don't come back to me, they don't come back to me. On to the next one. And again, one thing I love about this is there's no end of month madness. So if I don't bring anyone in, that's down to me. I'll go again next week. I'll go again next month, and I'll keep going. Because if I'm in the same position, it's going to be bloody hot in Qatar for Harrison. Jesus. If I'm in the same position in 12 months' time, then maybe I can sit back and I can look at it and be like, well, maybe this is not right. Maybe I've not done what I've meant to have done. But look at what we've done so far. The wine didn't start shipping until September of last year. We're only going to go exclusive next month. So we can use this year as a warm-up year. We can use this year as a learning curve. 12 months in, we've had wine for 12 months. We've all enjoyed it. I don't think anyone on this call has had a bad bottle of wine. We've attended some great socials. We've connected with some great people. And we've learned a lot about ourselves. We've grown. Our personal development's improved. Our confidence has gone up. Our posture's changed. We've all grown in the last 10 months or so within Direct Sellers. But once that white label wine's here, once we go exclusive, then we stick the flag in the sand and we go reset and we go again, or we push on and we go higher and we go faster and we go bigger. So just revisit what you want out of this. And one thing that frustrates me a little bit is that I speak to certain people, and I spoke to Anne about it, and I know it's the whole, you hear the phrase, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack, or something, whatever else like that. But don't think if I'm quiet, then I'm not doing anything. Or don't think if I'm quiet that I'm just sitting at home, watching the telly. I've got stuff on at the moment. I've got a lot to deal with at the moment. But if it was the other way round, and if my upline was quiet, I'd think to myself, right, do you know what? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to out-recruit him, and I'm going to go out and out-earn him, and I'm going to, go out and build a bigger business in him, because number one, that puts to bed the whole pyramid that you can then show someone, well, here's a diagram, this is me, this is my upline, this is how many people I've got, this is how much they've got, this is how much I've earned, this is how much they've earned. So know that I'm always here, but know that I have, as I said, I've got a lot going on at the moment. It's probably been one of the most stressful couple of weeks I've had in a long, long time for many, many reasons. But as I said, like, I keep going. Next Monday, I am not about. I've got a funeral to go to, so I'm hoping after that, like from next week, my head would have been a little bit clearer. But Raz is going to do, or hopefully, Raz is going to do the op call and then like the check-in call with you guys. But if there's any time that you want to do like extra stuff, if you want to just jump on between yourselves, if you want like power hours, just reach out to me. You know, again, like, I'm here for like one-to-one calls during the week. Talk to me, like message anything that you need. Like, know that I'm here. Just because, like, as I said, just because I've got stuff going on, it doesn't mean to say that like my phone is switched off and a million miles away. Like, I can still take a phone call. I had a kind of three-way call with Becky tonight. We couldn't merge the call, so Becky like put me onto him, and then Becky cut off, so I ended up talking to him. So, but it was, you know, I love three-way calls, and it takes my mind off things, to be honest. Like, I love doing stuff for other people. So, you know, get me busy. But as I said, like Monday, I'm not about at all. I'm going to be completely out of the picture. But then from Tuesday, as I said, like, I need to sort my shit out, kind of thing. Has anyone else got anything else they want to add or talk about or anything else to close out? Because we've 45 minutes tonight. As I said, like, Trillock's on Thursday, so I'm looking forward to that one because a lot of you haven't spoken to him and a lot of you haven't met him yet either.
Am I still on, Paul?
Yes, you are, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just say, you know, what you're saying about we're nearly a year in. Well, that's what you expect with the business. You don't expect to get into the business and go on all systems firing with perfection. You expect some peaks and troughs in that year. And if at the end of the year you've broken even, you've done very well. So yeah. I think we're building the foundations and we're really getting ready to rock and roll when we get all the wine, with, as you say, the white label wine, it's all ours, nobody else interfering with the business. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
We've made a lot of mistakes. We've corrected them. I mean, personally, I've made a lot of mistakes. I don't mean the company, but I've corrected them. I know where I'm going. I've set my stall up. I'm ready to go. So
that's a great point, because I know people that have invested six figures into a business that this like years ago that they're still losing money. And the fact that I look at this and I paid the American price and I went straight in, but I paid $499, which then I got back within a couple of, 3-4 days max. Yeah. And then I think I've only ever paid for my wine once or twice.
Wow.
So that's it. And then everything else is profit. So, you know, I look at everyone, you know, I look at all my mates, even like self-employed people, you know, the amount that they have to pay out for labour and for tools and for materials, and, you know, the amount, like, profit and loss, they need their own accountants, basically. I know we do, but it's on a much bigger scale. So, you know, you're absolutely right. Like, the first year, if you can hit even, like break even within your first year, you're on to a winner, because moving forward, you know, the second year is going to be great. You know, I've got, as I said, I've got so much confidence in Kevin and in Tanner, and in Anne, and, you know, what they're currently doing at the moment. It's just an exciting time to be in. So yeah, I second everything that you've just said there, mate. Yes, midnight 24th. Sorry. Has anyone else got anything they want to add? Anne?
No, good, mate. You said it all tonight, mate. Very good. And next Monday we'll sort it between us, my friend.
Cool. Okay. So tomorrow night then. So a bit
no problem.
Wednesday's cool. So tomorrow night we are back at 9 o'clock with Trillock. So T's just going to be sharing his journey, like what he's done, where he's come from, what excited him about direct sellers. Now, Trillock's one of the people that actually relocated. As soon as he knew that Kevin wanted him, he sold his house, left his job, up sticks, and moved to Kansas. So that will be good tomorrow night, and then we'll get the details up for Monday. So appreciate everyone jumping on. I'll get the recording up either tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, but I will see everybody tomorrow night on the call. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for all your hard work.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye all.